Now, I don't want to bring up a sore point, but there is a scene in Fast 6 that has become like an internet thing in the last couple of years. It's the scene between Dwayne and Vin where they don't seem to be in the same physical universe, Justin. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they clearly, their eye lines are not matching up in retrospect.
The at the garage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, they were there.
Wait, were?
I'm telling you, it was the craziest thing because that house is actually it's divided into 4 properties. So when they did the first Fast and Furious, they had to get all 4 properties to give them permission. Then they built the barn. The barn's actually not real.
Okay.
And so I remember we had to rebuild that for 6, and I got there and there was 4 different properties and nothing was even. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, like it was playing with my head. And so when Vin was standing there, it was like this kind of forced perspective that was happening. But it was actually because if you look at the ground, there were it was 4 different properties intersecting.
My mind is blown.
Yeah.
This is our headline. Wait, what?
I remember I was going into the, I'm like, wait, why is Vin head look so much smaller than, because at that lens, everything kind of was distorting, but I've never had it happen. And I remember going, I thought I was going crazy. Then I realized, it's the ground. And I investigated further, and it was because that was the intersection of the 4 properties.
So that was not part of the beef. It was just happened to be there was a...
No, so by the time we did, we ended up building that house, backyard on 9. And I told Jan, I said, we're going to build it and it's going to be leveled. That was my pride and joy. It was a leveled.
That's amazing. Wow. I'm going to need a minute on that one.
That's funny that's a thing.
Oh, it's a thing. People, this is good setting the record straight because people thought it was part of the whole drama. It in fact is just one of those bizarre.
No, it was great. I actually, when we rehearsed, I think all 3 of us, we didn't want to do a face-to-face, and so we had them stand next to each other and it was great. Except I was running around. It was like, we actually shot in LA, which is always sunny, but it happened that we came from London, which was, you're fighting the weather there.
Right.
And then we come back to LA and it's worse. It's raining. And so I'm I remember sitting there and I'm trying to get the scene in the can and I'm like, what is happening? Why is it not working? And it was because of the 4 properties.